Happy holidays, everyone. This is the real Tony Stark bringing you your presents. That's right, I've been talking about this one for a while, but it's finally ready. This is the 3D printed Iron Man faceplate mechanism. That's right, it is finally done. Basically, I have designed this custom to fit this high-tech 125 Metal Gear servo. So it's fairly powerful for its small size. And there's two arms here for stability, and then the center bar is actually shaped to fit perfectly on the inside of your mask. There's also two slots here to, if you need to tape to mount it inside, you can glue right on the surface. And then there's even a hole for if you want to run wires up or anything you need to. So you got some customization there. As well, it's on its own hinge, which it's kind of hard for me to move while I'm holding the camera here, but it just has a little bit of movement to allow the mask to pivot properly when it goes up on top of the helmet. As for where it mounts, this whole surface mounts to the underside of that forehead tab, so it actually sits more like this when it's inside the helmet. And I found that was actually probably the best spot to put this mechanism as opposed to the sides, just because it takes up a lot less space than this being positioned here, and it's only one servo, so it's cheaper too. Anyways, I'm going to demonstrate how it works for you, but before I do that, let me just show some of the options you have available if you purchase this. So I've got just an LED representing the eyes right now, but that's something if you wanted to include with all controlled from one area, you can definitely do that with this. I wanted to do a voice modification circuit with this, but it turned out to be more hassle than it was worth, unfortunately. So everything else I wanted to do, this does. That's the only thing I had to sacrifice, but kept it cheaper, more compact, so I'm happy with that. In terms of controlling it, I decided to go with an accelerometer, and instead of actually tilt position, you'll see right now, like I can tilt this back and forth, side to side, whatever. It doesn't affect the position or the mechanism. I went with instead the G-force. So you actually need to do a snap back or snap forward to open and close the mask. I felt that was the most natural to do it, and it's hands-free, which is a big plus. So I'm going to demonstrate that with click flick here. The other thing I included was sound effects, because I figured, well, why not? I mean, so you'll hear when it opens, you'll hear a nice whoosh, like air releasing, and then when it closes, there's a nice metal clank. Here we go. So this is the opening of the faceplate. There's that wonderful. And if you didn't notice, the LED also fades off as soon as it's open. This is pretty sturdy. It'll hold its position right now. The servo's doing the work if it needs to keep that mask up. And then, of course, when you close it, there's that nice metal clank. And the LEDs do a nice little effect. So they flicker at full brightness and then fade to a more neutral brightness. And it will stay that way until, again, you do this. So you can tilt this, you can move it, but it's all about that flick to open. You just got to give a nice little flick backwards, and then we want to close it, and there's that lighting effect again. So really happy with how that turned out, actually. So if you're interested, I'll have a thread up soon with details on price and everything, but I have managed to keep it fairly cheap for all of you Iron Man builders out there. Lastly, just wanted to show you the new eye circuit. If you saw my previous video, you would have seen this guy, and it's almost identical setup. These use LEDs to illuminate from the side, but my new one has these boards which I designed very straightforward, simple, but 5 LEDs on each eye, and basically it illuminates from the top as opposed to side or back, and I think that was just a slimmer way to cover it. Now, I am working on custom lenses to go with these, but if you want these right now, you can do that. There's no guarantee that my lenses are actually going to work. I'm going to get Surreal Studios and his genius to help me hopefully get some frosted transparent resin lenses from my 3D printed version. So basically it works in the same way. There's a reset button here to calibrate to the ambient light before you start using it. And if you just need just the lighting system, this is how it works. Basically there's a light sensor on there, and when you close the mask, it senses that there's no light anymore, turns on the LEDs in the same fashion, and then when you open the mask, they turn off. So simple setup, really compact, and these new LED bars I think are a much more effective way of illuminating. And then you can see this is just one of the my first attempt at this lens. It's kind of solid white right now, so it doesn't illuminate as nicely as I would have liked. But basically it's designed to slide perfectly into the LED bar there. So and that is the same shape, and it leaves some room at the bottom with that flat bottom for you to see past. But I'm going to see if Matt can help me get some resin versions of these guys. As you can see, I need to do another print. That didn't come out as smooth as I wanted, but these are my brand new products just in time for the holiday. So happy holidays everyone. Let me know what you think, and see you in the new year.